Hello friends, and welcome to the Hanged Man in the Moon. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming. I'm pleased to meet you. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. I'm truly honored. Friends, if you are a returning visitor, you probably already know this, but this is my month-ish where I'm going to be doing a deep dive into a very unique deck called the Tarot of the Holy Light. And what I'm doing is in the morning, I'm going to either draw one card, two cards, or three cards, and I will sit with that card or those cards for the day. And at the end of the day, I will read what the book says and reflect on how that card or those cards have either matched or not matched my experience of the day. So I'm doing a daily draw, basically, and then reflecting at the end of the day. And today's draw was this card, the Three of Discs in reverse. Let me get it up close for you. The Three of Discs in reverse. The artwork is beautiful. This is a deep and intricate and difficult card, if you ask me. This deck is meant to be read with reversals, and I'm going to be working with it with reversals. And so, again, I got the Three of Discs in reverse for today. And so, let me tell you what happened. I imagined what I know of the Three of Discs, the Three of Pentacles from the Rider-Waite-Smith system. And I was thinking, yeah, collaboration. So the Three of Pentacles is collaboration reversed. That means that there would be difficulty working with other people. The things that we're working on would not be successful. Those kinds of things were running through my mind. And there were some incidents which reminded me of that idea. Areas where my idea of the way things should be done were in conflict with the ideas of a person that I was traveling with, for example. Not serious conflict in that we were fighting about things, but I felt like something needed to be considered and the other person felt like that was not a necessary consideration, for example. Yeah, I thought that doing laundry in one way is better, and she thought doing laundry in a different way was better. Those kinds of things, yeah? So I was sitting with that, and then I also thought, well, I want to double check my understanding of this card. So I thought I would pull three cards from a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just to check the meaning, the significance of this card for me on this day. And right now, I'm on a ship in a cabin, and things get lost on me. So I will find a way to put a picture right here of the cards that appeared for me. Look at this. So you saw, I had the Seven of Swords, so it was the Seven of Swords, there was the Nine of Swords, and then there was the Three of Wands. So I thought, okay, this is interesting. So the first card was the significance of the card, which was needing to go my own way. Okay, so there were conflicts, and so what I needed to do was go my own way. That kind of makes sense. And the second card was the obstacle. The obstacle was worry, anxiety. I could see that. You know, I'm going my own way, and what could stand in my way is anxiety, worry. And so the third card was the resolution, this advice, Three of Wands. Plan ahead, plan the way you're going to do things. Made sense, right? But then I got to the book. And let me read a little bit of what comes up in the book. So, what do we have here? The Three of Discs in reverse for this deck tells us that Saturn is in his fall. When this card is reversed, it represents the the mandate of long-term vision. Saturn, traditionally the father figure and the Time Lord. I'm skipping words. Saturn is traditionally the father figure and the Time Lord. His perception of the long, slow cycles of life is so well developed that it edges into precognition. He can study the landscape and see how the underground forces have worked their will. So seeing the way that things will progress. This is the card in reverse. He can also study history and take from that a path forward. And as Saturn in Libra celebrates and enhances the best of the past, so in Saturn in Aries recognizes the challenges coming to us from the future. So upright, it's the benefits of the past moving into the future. In reverse, in the upside down version, it's that Saturn recognizes the challenges coming from the future. Yeah, so the directions are opposite, right? So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but in essence, this is telling us that in addition to seeing the challenges coming from the future, there are also restrictions from the outside. Yeah, the path forward does not feel open. Now there are restrictive influences coming in from the outside, which kind of makes sense. But there's another idea encompassed in this card in reverse. It's that the artist, the creator, is hermaphroditic. The heart of the creator is hermaphroditic, which means that the heart of the creator can procreate by itself without outside influences. It means that the creator may be doing the work of creation here within themselves, between body and mind, between heart and mind, and it might not come out into the real world, into manifestation for a long time or even at all. That's one possibility. Or another possibility is that the creation is happening within without outside help or outside stimulation. And I think that is the direction that this card may have actually been pointing me to, because today is the first day that I am starting this series of diving into this deck. And I'm doing it without model, without a form to follow. I'm winging it, but I'm creating it from within and hoping that it will manifest into something in the future. I see a path that it could be going in, but it's all being generated from within. Does that make sense? So, my first thought, again, when I pulled this card, was the Rider-Waite-Smith meaning, but that's not the meaning for this card in this deck. You could see some resonances, right, of creation putting things together, but instead of three people putting things together, it's one person putting parts together. And in the upright, we have the influences of the past and the present mixing, and a person being able to create with the diversity of material around them, and with perhaps other helpers, with other influences from the present. In reverse, it's not that it's not going to happen, it's that it's all happening within. And it might produce offspring, in a sense, but it might not. And hopefully this will, my voice is a little dry, will produce offspring in the future. So I'm taking that first step. I'm doing the creation within myself. And I'm doing what the Rider-Waite-Smith cards pointed me to, in a sense. I'm doing this in my own way, the Seven of Swords. I'm going on my own path. And yes, I have been overlaid with anxieties because of for many reasons. One, I couldn't find the decks that I was trying to find. Two of the decks that I was trying to find to use for this video disappeared between the planning stage and my coming down to actually film this. I spent 10 to 15 minutes in the cabin trying to find these decks, and I couldn't. Nine of Swords, right? Nine of Swords moment. Series of moments. But the advice, I planned my course and I'm following it the best that I can. Three of Wands, right? So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to pull my card, a new card tomorrow morning. And when I have time, I'm going to pull 3 Rider-Waite-Smith cards. Yeah, energy or significance being place number 1, place number 2, obstacle or helper, place number 3, advice, to help me get more understanding. And then at the end of the day, I will check the book, reflect on the day, and see how it matches or doesn't match. Does that make sense to you? Okay, friends, thank you very much. So, as I wrap up, let me suggest that if you are interested in this video and you want to get updates of when I upload videos, subscribe to the channel and hit the alarm bell so that you know when I do upload. Hit the like button if this is something that is interesting to you so that YouTube might put this out to other people. And comment below. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Do you see this as being something beneficial for you? Do you see this as something interesting that might be beneficial for other people? Is my process a process that you have done in the past yourself? Or have you done something else, in trying to get to know this deck? Do you have this deck? All of these questions are rolling around in my mind, and if any of them land for you, comment below. And if you want a private reading from me, as always, I will have my Instagram link below. You can hop over there and you can send me a private message and I will figure out a way with you to get you a private reading. And friends, now, as always, I wish you love, joy, well-being, and pure awareness. Thank you.